Hey guys, how are you and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm gonna show you a tutorial with this palette. And I was thinking about filming a 3 looks 1 palette, but I haven't had the time and I just wanna do this. So without further ado, the Metropolis palette by Natasha Denona is the new 28 pan palette. And it has a lot of different finishes, but it has the cream to powder finish, which is basically a new formula from her. We've seen it before, but this is supposed to be even better and a little bit improved. And I know that I love the black one from the Viva palette, so I'm so excited to use this. I've used the palette a couple times already, and I can't say that I don't like it. I love it. I just haven't had the time to stop my life and play with it, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm just gonna see what I come up with, and you guys wanted to see these. I couldn't just pass this by, so this is gonna be one of the items that I purchased for my note by year. Without further ado, I already did my face because I wanted just to be quick and go in before I have to go to teach a makeup lesson. If you want to see the look that I create with the Metropolis palette from Natasha Denona, my favorite brand of eyeshadows for myself, then just keep on watching. Okay, so since this palette is supposed to be used in quads, or it's meant to be used in quads, that's why the color arrangement looks so crazy, I'm gonna go in with this quad right here, this one. And this is the shade Chrism, Aqueous. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but just forgive me if it isn't. Then Crest and Enigma. And this is a deep blue. These are both cream to powder, and these are both metallics. That's the look that I think I'm gonna do today, and I don't know if I go to another shade, I will let you guys know. Guys, I left my AC on, so if when I'm filming I can hear it, I will just leave this clip, but if I can't hear it when I'm editing, then I will just remove this clip because it's so hot in here that I just couldn't film without my AC on. Okay, so I'm gonna place the color with a Morphe M506, and I'm gonna go in with the deep blue shade first. And I'm excited to try this look because these colors are complementary. The warmer colors are more on the orangey side and the blue ones, so complementary means that they're across from each other in the color wheel. If you want a video on the color wheel and how to use it and what each category of color means, let me know in the comments below. It can help mix and match, not even just makeup, but outfits as well. Okay, so I just placed that in the outer V. I haven't blended anything, but I have no fallout, and this is a dark shade. So that's the magic about the cream to powder formula, is that they have basically no fallout. You expect for eyeshadows not to have fallout when you tap them onto your skin, but when you blend them, they usually have a lot of fallout, and I don't see any little bit of fallout with this one. That's exciting though. I'm gonna clean the brush and I'm gonna blend it in place. This color blends like a dream. It's not a dark blue as I thought. This is more of the teal shade. I think the other one is the dark blue, but I still feel that it looks beautiful. Okay, so I did my other eye. Usually to blend a color like this, I would grab a shade that's lighter or a transition shade, but these colors are so versatile that they're pigmented when you build them, and then if you blend them, it looks like you have a different eyeshadow that's lighter. With them, it doesn't look like I use the same eyeshadow. It looks like I have a lighter one blend on top of it, and that it's just beautiful and versatile, like I said. So now I'm going in with the color Aqueous, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna put it on with a brush and see how it performs, and then I'm gonna enhance it with my finger if that doesn't work. So I'm grabbing a Sigma E52 brush, and I'm gonna press that and blend it directly into the Enigma shade. Oh, Natasha, I love you. This is what dreams are made of when it comes to eyeshadow. I don't think anyone does eyeshadow better than Natasha Denona. Now I'm gonna go in with Chrism, which is this orangey, burnt orange. I don't know how it's gonna show up because the colors look different on the pan. So I don't know how it's gonna show, but it looks like a little bit of a burnt orange, a medium tone. And I'm gonna just keep and finish my eye, and then I'm gonna put the metallic orangey shade next to the blue one. And then back with the bolita brush or the flat brush, I'm gonna grab the shade Crest, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna apply in the rest of the lid. So this one didn't have the same payoff as the blue one, So I'm gonna grab it with my finger, but it's more of a satiny shade, even though it says metallic. But pressed in looks prettier for sure. Since I don't like dark transitions, I grabbed this duochrome called Orium and I placed it in the center. You can see in the center, or just to connect both colors, because I don't like a sharp line. So I grabbed it with my finger. I placed it just in the middle to blend both shades together, and that makes it look way smoother. So I did this eye off camera because I wanted to know what I could use to make the eye look not that harsh. Even though it's colorful, I never liked something that it's basically unwearable. And even though this looks editorial and a lot, it doesn't look unwearable to me. I could just put mascara on and keep the lips as they are, wear a wide shirt and jeans, and I'll be good to go. So you guys know that I'm a basic type of person when it comes to my makeup looks. I don't want them to be so harsh that I can't wear them out. And even though this is dramatic, I would still wear it. So I'm going to show you what I did for the other eye. Instead of doing a crazy blue or crazy teal smoky lash line, I did something softer, even though I was using the teal. So I'm going to use the Burlesque Pro 259. This is a small pencil brush and the shade Ripe, which is this orange creamy matte shade right here. So the creamy matte formula, it's more powdery and it's beautiful as well, but you have to be careful when blending it because this one has more fallout than the cream to powder for sure. But anyways, little fallout because this doesn't compare to the fallout that Anastasia shadows, which is my other favorite formula, have. This is nothing compared to that. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Chrism, which is the first orangey shade that we use, and that's a cream to powder. I'm gonna put it on top of that. I thought that that was way too harsh because the color doesn't connect in any way. It connects up front, but it doesn't connect in the line back. You can see that it just looks orange, blue, orange, teal, and orange. So I wanted to just create a line close to my lash line with the Morphe M508 and just do a smoky but tiny line that can connect to the outer V of the lid. Now to finish this eye, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Glide On pencil in the shade LSD, and this is a teal pencil and it has speckles of shimmer and it has like a black base. So I'm going to just put it and tight line my upper and lower waterline, and then I'm going to line super close to the lash line on top of the upper lid. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I truly loved using this palette to create this look. I used 6 of the eyeshadows on this palette and the formula doesn't disappoint. It's so pigmented right away. It's so buildable and blendable right away. The fallout, even of the creamy matte, it's minimum. You don't have that crazy fallout that you get with other eyeshadows, so you have to think less about what you do and just focus on your creativity, and that for me means the world. I know that she's a makeup artist. Every time I grab one of her palettes, I know that she's a creative person. It's not something just common and boring. She always surprised me, even with the Viva palette, that it's supposed to be a boring palette. The formula is so out of this world. The way it's set up, it's so beautiful that I could never recommend enough the Natasha Denona formula. That's why I did a Natasha Denona week. I don't feel the same way when it comes to ABH for my use because I use ABH for my client. So now I'm gonna recount and tell you everything I used on my face. So for my primer, I used the Natura Una Blur Instant Blur Primer. This was a gift from my mom. For foundation, I used mostly the Giorgio Armani Face Fabric and a hint of the Warm Beige in the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation, just for a little bit of coverage and to darken this a little bit more. But I love this and I know this will last me for ages because just a dollop gives me the finish that I want and it shows all my imperfections through. I adore that foundation. I think it's one of the best that I have, and it was a gift from my friend Jamie. For concealer, I feel like I've been doing a concealer that I don't love for the entire year, but that's okay. I need to finish it. This is my Prolonged Wear Concealer by MAC, and this is one that I've been switching with my Makeup Forever one. This is in the shade NW15 and I applied it with a beauty blender. To set my face, I went in with the Bobbi Brown Peach powder. This is the retouching powder and I love this. And when my foundation is a little bit lighter, like the Giorgio Armani is for me, I go in with this one, and when I build it up, it gives me a little bit of a peach finish to it. But if I just use it lightly, it's a translucent powder, and I've been using this a lot, and I still have a lot to go through, but it's what I'm gonna use on my next trip as well, and that way I will just keep on using it until I finish it and move on to another powder. After I set my face, I went in with bronzer, and for bronzer I did a mixture of these two with a fluffy brush. So the brush that I used was the MAC 137, which is one of my favorites, but I don't want any harsh lines. And I repressed this. This is the number 7 powder, and it's too dark for me, and when I repressed it, it became softer, so it gets crazier. So I mixed it with the Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation in the shade Buttercup, and that way I can lighten it up and make it even softer. So these two were my bronzer with that fluffy brush. For highlighter, the one that I've been working on and I've been loving, and it's so pretty and metallic, it's the Electric Slide by Colourpop, and you can see that the pan, it's enhanced. This is what I took with me on my past 2 trips, and it's what I'm gonna keep carrying with me until I finish it. I don't want to see anything else, to be honest. And for blush, I did a combo as well, but this time I did it with the MAC 188 brush, which is a small dual fiber brush, and these are my favorite brushes to use when I want to use something pigmented and I don't want it to look crazy. So all over my cheeks, I went with the Impudic by NARS. This was a collab with Sarah Moon, and I used it mostly right here. And then on the apples of the cheeks, and to create a little bit of an M shape, I went in with the other Sarah Moon blush. This is in the shade Isadora. So I use these two on my cheeks, and those are perfect for fall. And I haven't used them enough since I purchased them, and I love them. These are about 2 years old or a little bit more. But NARS makes my favorite blush formula. Then to buff everything, I've been using and trying to finish the Hourglass Diffuse Light powder, and I used that with a big dual fiber fluffy brush. And for my mascara combo, I went in with my Voluminous by L'Oreal primer and the Lancome Definitions High Definition Mascara. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, by the way. And this is a small one. You guys know that I have a few mascaras since the year started that I'm trying to work on, and that's the one that I have on my rotation right now. On my lips, you're seeing this lip, and this is what I know I will use most of the times, even with dramatic looks like this. And this was a gift from my friend Masai. This is the Dear Darling tint, and it's in the shade 03 Double Color Gradient. It comes like a little popsicle with this doe foot applicator, and I blend it in with my finger if I have any harsh lines. But I'm gonna show you, if you want this to be a night out or a date night look, what you can do. Since everything I've used on my face is all these, I'm gonna grab this newbie from my last haul. This was a gift from my mom, and this is the Kylie Exposed Liquid Lipstick. So this is a good way to make everything more dramatic and serious. And I also, for my brows, used the Brow Contour Pro, and I use that to enhance my already existing birthmark, and I created one that I love to create right here with the darker shade because it's the one that I have left. I finished the lighter one completely. This is just a product that I need to finish. I wouldn't recommend it. All of the other products I would highly recommend. I truly love them. And the palette for sure I would recommend. So if you love this tutorial and just the information of everything I used on my face, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, just let me know what you love the most about this palette. I love that it was also not only the 5th anniversary of Natasha Denona creation of her first eyeshadow palette, I think, or her makeup line, but it was inspired in New York City. And New York is the city that has my heart. So for the emoji today, let's just put a New York City related emoji. Any New York City related emoji would work. And if you want to see other looks with this palette, let me know what colors you want me to choose, or whatever you want to see next on my channel. I'll be happy to film for you guys. I'm happy to be back. I'll be posting you know, past and present videos, because I have videos that I couldn't post, that I couldn't edit, because I've been working so much. I don't think for the entire year I've been working as hard as I've been working these past 2 months. It's been crazy. But I'm thankful to you guys that every time I post a video, you guys comment, you guys are there for me. And if you want to see what I've been doing, just go to my Instagram. I always post over there. And I always post more than makeup there. I post what I'm doing, what I'm working on. I'm usually always working. And that's it, you guys. Don't forget to put the New York emoji if you watch the video till the end. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.